All right, let's talk about something that's totally shaking up university life. Artificial intelligence. I mean, whether you're staring down an all-nighter or just trying to wrap your head around a super dense textbook, AI is here and it's a huge deal. But how do you actually use it, without crossing any lines? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Think of this as your go-to guide for making AI your best study partner.
So let's kick things off with this quote from the one and only Arthur C. Clarke. Any teacher that can be replaced by a machine should be. Whoa, that's a pretty bold statement, isn't it? But it's perfect for what we're talking about. It really gets to the heart of it, this incredible new power we have with AI in education, and the big responsibility that comes along with it.
Okay, here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover the basics. What even is AI? Then, we'll jump into your new toolbox of AI assistants. After that, we'll get real about the challenges. And finally, we'll lay out some simple principles for using it all responsibly. Let's get into it.
All right, so let's jump right in. What is artificial intelligence? I mean, for a super long time, AI was just something you'd read about in a sci-fi book, right? But now, it's not science fiction anymore. It's literally in your classroom, on your laptop. So what are we actually talking about here?
Okay, so at its most basic level, AI is all about trying to get machines to do things that, normally require human thinking. We're talking about stuff like making decisions, solving tricky problems, even learning from experience. It's essentially about automating those really complex jobs that a person would usually have to do.
But then, there's generative AI. And honestly, this is where things get really, really interesting. This is the magic behind tools like ChatGPT that everyone's talking about. See, it doesn't just process information that's already out there. No, it creates totally new stuff. Text, images, you name it. And for you, as a student, this isn't just some neat little gadget. It is a complete and total game changer.
So, let's talk about that toolbox. How can you actually use these powerful assistants to help you learn and create? Well, let's take a look at a couple of the main tools that are going to be super helpful for your studies.
First up, we've got chat assistants. Okay, picture this. It's 2 in the morning, you're totally stuck on a concept for your big exam, and obviously your professor is not available. This is where these tools come in. It's like having a personal tutor on call 24/7, ready to explain just about anything.
And hey, this isn't some futuristic idea. It's already happening, for real. At Georgia Tech, they have an AI teaching assistant called Jill Watson that answered student questions with, get this, 97% accuracy. Over at Georgia State, a chatbot helped first-generation students bump up their grade significantly. There are even universities using AI mentors for academic and personal counseling. This stuff is out there right now, making a real difference.
But just answering questions is only half the story. The other major tool you've got access to? Content generators. And this is where AI's creativity really shines. We're talking about tools that can create all sorts of new material just from a simple text description you give it.
Just think about the possibilities for your next project. You can tell it to summarize a huge article, and poof, you've got the main points. Need some code for your computer science class? It can generate functions for you. Looking for a unique image for a presentation? Done. It can even build out an entire slide deck from just an outline. It's like a shortcut for all that time-consuming prep work.
Okay, but with all this incredible power comes some pretty big challenges. It's not enough to just know how to use these tools. You've got to understand the risks and how to navigate them.
And really, it's like walking a tightrope. On one side, you've got all these amazing advantages. You can be more productive, get help when you need it, and access way more info. But on the other side, well, there are some real risks. Things like plagiarism, maybe not learning things as deeply, or even letting the AI do your critical thinking for you. The real trick is to get all the benefits without falling into those traps.
So, how do we do that? How do you use AI wisely and ethically to get the good stuff and avoid the bad? Well, it all boils down to a few key principles for responsible use.
Think of these as your 4 golden rules. Number 1, be informed. Know how the tool works and what it's doing with your data. 2, be transparent. Be upfront about which AI tools you used and exactly how you use them. 3, be ethical. Make sure your own contribution, your own unique ideas are still the main events. And number 4, and this is the big one, be responsible. Use AI as a starting point, a brainstorming buddy, not as a replacement for your own brain. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Yeah, AI can give you answers. It's amazing at that. But will it help you ask the right questions? Because really, that's what your education is all about. It's not just about finding answers that already exist. It's about learning how to ask those tough, insightful, creative questions that push us all forward. And that, well, that's something no AI can do for you.